Ever pondered why a tiny rolled-up piece of tobacco has such a vice-like grip on people? Why is it that the little cylinder of doom has a fandom that rivals that of any rock band? Let's unpack this mystery together, shall we? Imagine waking up one morning with an irresistible craving for chocolate cake. You know it's not the healthiest choice, but the sweet, rich taste of it, the way it melts in your mouth. Ah, pure bliss. Now imagine experiencing that craving every hour of every day. That's what a smoker feels like, only the object of their affection is a cigarette. Now let's take this comparison a notch higher. Picture being a coffee addict. You know, the kind who can't function without their morning cup of joe. The world seems dull and blurry until that first sip of hot, bitter, caffeinated delight hits your system. Now, multiply that feeling by 20 and you have an idea of how a smoker feels when they light up their first cigarette of the day. Addiction, it seems, has many faces. It can be as harmless as a bar of chocolate, as socially acceptable as a cup of coffee, or as deadly as a cigarette. The question is, why do we let ourselves get addicted? And more importantly, why do we find it so hard to quit? Well, the answer lies in our brain. It's all about the dopamine, folks. Whether it's the sugar in the chocolate, the caffeine in the coffee, or the nicotine in the cigarette, they all cause a surge of dopamine in our brain. And dopamine, as you might know, is the feel-good hormone. It's what makes us feel happy, satisfied, and content. So essentially, we're all just chasing that dopamine high. But here's the catch. Not all addictions are created equal. While a chocolate cake might add a few pounds to your waistline, and too much coffee might give you a case of the jitters, a cigarette can do a lot more damage. It can lead to a host of health problems like lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke, just to name a few. So, what's the solution? Well, we could all try to be a bit more like the tortoise and a bit less like the hare. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Instead of chasing that quick dopamine high, let's try to find happiness in the little things. A walk in the park, a good book, a conversation with a loved one. These are all things that can give us a natural dopamine boost without any harmful side effects. And now, for the twist ending you've all been waiting for. A word of caution to all the smokers out there. Next time you light up a cigarette, remember, you're not just smoking tobacco, you're also smoking a cocktail of chemicals that includes tar, arsenic, and even rat poison. So next time you have a craving for a cigarette, just think of it as a rat poison-flavored lollipop. Doesn't sound so appealing now, does it? Remember, folks, it's never too late to quit. And as the saying goes, quitting smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. Stay healthy, stay happy, and keep chasing that dopamine high, just not from a cigarette.